You may or may not know that Winston Churchill came from a long line of people who inhabited Blenheim Palace. And normally that's the Duke of Marlborough and his family. And Barbara's going to briefly share the contents of a very supportive letter that we got from the current Duke of Marlborough. All right?
Just to tell you briefly, a couple years ago, I was in Oxford and had the good fortune of going to Blenheim Palace and meeting with the Director of Education at the Palace and to talk to them about their speech competition. And because of this partnership, we have received this letter from the Duke, and we're making steps to enhance this partnership even more than it already is. So without further ado, dear Mrs. Lewington, it is with great pleasure that I have learned about the Winston Churchill public speaking competition that you have established at the National Churchill Museum in Fulton. I wish you and your team every success with the competition again this year. Here at Blenheim Palace, the competition is now entering its fourth year. We have over 20 schools participating, and their speech competition is handled a bit differently than ours. So when I say to you that they had 24 teams from 20 schools, you're going to go, what's that all about? If you want to know more about it, talk to me downstairs below. It's a little bit complicated. But anyway, we always know who their winners are, and we're hoping in the future to do more of an exchange with the various winners. But the Duke is going to be very interested to hear how our competition develops this year, and of course has asked that we would send pictures and photographs via email. Please do pass on my encouragement to all the competitors. Public speaking is such a vital skill to develop and can be such a powerful tool in all kinds of situations, as my great ancestor, Sir Winston Churchill, showed so well. With all best wishes, yours sincerely, Marlborough, as in the Duke of Marlborough.
The evolution of the world can be explained in a single day. It was born at midnight, and humans didn't surface until very late in the afternoon. In such a short time, it amazes me how so many people have left their mark on the world. There have been many iconic figures that have influenced society today. One of those people is Winston Churchill. Some people may wonder, are his views on how he lived his life still relevant today? I would say yes. He had so many views on so many things, and one of them was greatness. What does it mean to be great? I could give you a dictionary definition, but I believe that greatness goes farther than just the literal meaning of the word. To be great is to strive, struggle, and ultimately succeed. But not all great people succeed right away. Take Sir Winston Churchill, for example. In 1899, he left the army. Churchill pursued his career as a politician, but he failed to win the election. Now, this may seem like something that would convince him to give up, but as he said, success consists of going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. This deviation in his life plan opened a door to a new direction. He began to write. I believe this is something that he and I have in common. I find great joy in writing and hope to compose a novel when I'm older. And who knows, maybe I can be great like Sir Winston Churchill. But in order to reach this daunting goal, I have to persevere. I have to work to be great. The price of greatness is responsibility. These are Churchill's words, as you all know. These 6 words sum up what he believed in. As he said, the qualities for greatness include freedom, justice, honor, duty, mercy, and hope. Why is responsibility a price of greatness? It is easy to deny greatness without even realizing it. It is so simple to make a wrong decision that would possibly hurt others, but it's not so easy sometimes to be good. In order to be great, we have to be good people. It doesn't matter if you win the Nobel Peace Prize or attend a prestigious college like Harvard or Yale. What matters is what you do every day. Have I set myself up for greatness? We have to ask ourselves that often. Did I help my brother with his homework or sit with the new kid at lunch? Those simple things are what make a person great. They want to take their everyday life and make it special by helping others, helping themselves, and using the gifts they have. Another thing that makes a person great is talent. Today, we see people spray painting artwork on the street and others singing and dancing together. All of those people are great in their own way, but they are also helping others be great as well. They're helping culture flourish, and when we see all of today's cultures and customs coming together in a beautiful melting pot of beliefs and traditions, we understand how great our world really is. It is no different today than it was when Winston Churchill was alive. Greatness is still intertwined with human nature and in our consciences. To be great, we have to take responsibility for our actions, and our consciences tell us that every day. Every decision we make affects our greatness in some way. Part of being great is taking charge of your own life. I don't have to change history or be noticed by the world, but I do have to make my own history. Let's take a glimpse at the inside of a modern person's mind. Everyone wants to be great. Let's face it. We all want to do something extraordinary and show others how amazing we can be. But some people just don't know how. There are a few steps involved in the process of becoming great. Step 1, always be yourself in all you do and don't let others change you. If you want to be great as yourself and stand up for yourself. Take responsibility for your actions. Churchill once said, "Continuous effort, not strength or intelligence, is the key to unlocking our potential." Step 2, be a good person. And step 3, listen and learn. So, I've told you what greatness is and how to become great. The only thing left is for everyone to go out and be great. We all make mistakes, but those mistakes make us who we are. Those failures open new doors and close the ones we aren't meant to go through. I think that proves that Winston Churchill's words are still relevant today, and they will be for a very long time. Greatness is helpfulness, selflessness, and confidence, all jumbled together into one title. The price of greatness is responsibility. Thank you.
The framers of the Declaration of Independence had to weigh the risks against the rewards and determined that the rewards far outweighed the risks. These ideals are encapsulated by the British Prime Minister in the 1940s and 50s, Winston Churchill, when he said, "The price of greatness is responsibility."
By the words of Confucius, our greatest glory isn't in never falling, but rising every time we do fall. Responsibility isn't about doing what's right all the time. It's about when you do make mistakes, you learn from them.
I'm not the only one who has responsibilities in life. Every person does. The greatest people we meet are great for a reason. They take responsibility and make things happen. Great parents make sacrifices for their children. They give their time for their children's activities, and they trade their freedom for their families.
Churchill was right when he said that greatness comes with a lot of responsibility. When you are responsible, it means taking the lead and doing what you think is right. Somebody once said, "Stand up for what you believe in, even if you're standing alone."
And this was Churchill's point in his speech. He basically told the American people, "You are great, so much is required of you." Greatness is not easily obtained, it is kept and taken care of. Greatness requires sacrifice and is maintained by responsibility, which requires your care. Which makes sense because if you don't care, why be great?
These are our state finalists in no particular order, and then I will announce third place, second place, and first place. All right? So our first state finalist is Jessalyn McLean. Our next state finalist is Katie Thomas. State finalist is Alexandra Zolman. Your third place winner is Danae Newborn. Taking second place is Riley Lawson. State champion taking first place in 2015 is Brenna Jones. take that plaque back from you in a few minutes so that they can officially present it to you for your permanent safekeeping on March the 8th.